Imagine walking into a room full of people and feeling like everyone is staring at you. Your heart races, your palms sweat, and your mind screams. They all think you're weird. That crushing weight on your chest makes it hard to breathe. This isn't just being shy or nervous. This is social anxiety, and it affects millions of people every single day. What most people see as simple tasks, ordering coffee, answering the phone, or speaking up in class, can feel like climbing Mount Everest for those with social anxiety. Today, I'm taking you inside the mind of someone with social anxiety, showing you what it really feels like and why it's so much more than just being awkward or antisocial. Social anxiety is like having a critical voice in your head that never shuts up. It's not just feeling nervous before a big presentation. It's panic about everyday interactions that most people take for granted. Picture this. You're sitting in class and the teacher asks a question. You know the answer, but your mind freezes. What if I say something stupid? What if my voice shakes? What if everyone laughs at me? By the time you've worked through these thoughts, someone else has answered. And you're left feeling both relieved and disappointed in yourself. Or imagine walking into a party. While others see fun and connection, someone with social anxiety sees countless opportunities for judgment and rejection. Every laugh might be about you. Every glance could be critical. Your brain becomes a security camera, constantly scanning for signs of threat. The worst part? To everyone else, you might just look fine. Social anxiety is an invisible battle. While you're having what feels like a heart attack inside, others might just think you're quiet or reserved. This disconnect makes it even harder to explain what you're going through. Social anxiety isn't just in your head. It hits your body hard too. When you're in a social situation that triggers your anxiety, your body goes into full-on fight-or-flight mode. Your heart pounds so hard, you can hear it in your ears. Your breathing gets shallow and quick. You might feel dizzy or lightheaded. Your hands shake, and sometimes your whole body trembles. Your mouth gets dry, making it even harder to speak. You might feel nauseous or have stomach pains. Some people even get hot flashes or chills, like they're coming down with a fever. One of the most embarrassing physical symptoms is blushing. Your face gets hot and red, and there's absolutely nothing you can do to stop it. The worst part is that blushing makes it obvious to everyone that you're uncomfortable, which just makes the anxiety worse. These physical symptoms can be so severe that people mistake them for serious health problems. Many people with social anxiety have gone to the ER thinking they were having a heart attack, only to be told it was just anxiety. If social anxiety had a superpower, it would be overthinking. Every interaction gets replayed and analyzed for hours, days, or even weeks afterward. Did you say you too when the movie ticket seller said, "Enjoy the movie"? Prepare to cringe about it at 3 a.m. 3 years later. Did someone give you a weird look during a conversation? You'll spend the next week wondering what you did wrong. This overthinking creates a vicious cycle. You worry about social situations before they happen. You feel anxious during them, and then you overanalyze them afterward. This reinforces the idea that social situations are dangerous, making you even more anxious the next time around. The most frustrating part is knowing that your thoughts are irrational, but being unable to stop them. The logical part of your brain might understand that nobody remembers or cares about your small social blunders. But the anxious part drowns out that voice of reason. When something causes you pain or discomfort, it's natural to avoid it. This is why many people with social anxiety become masters of avoidance. Need to make a phone call? Send a text instead. Invited to a party? Make up an excuse not to go. Have a question in class. Stay confused rather than raise your hand. Over time, your world gets smaller and smaller as you cut out activities that trigger your anxiety. Avoidance works in the short term. If you don't go to the party, you won't feel anxious at the party. But in the long run, it makes anxiety worse. Each time you avoid a situation, you reinforce the belief that you can't handle it. The next time a similar situation comes up, your anxiety will be even stronger. This avoidance can seriously impact your life. You might miss out on job opportunities because you're afraid of interviews. You might struggle to make friends because socializing is too stressful. You might even avoid doctor's appointments, putting your health at risk. The saddest part is that many people with social anxiety desperately want connection. They don't want to be alone. They just find social interaction incredibly painful and draining. Social anxiety affects almost every aspect of daily life. Simple tasks that others do without thinking become major hurdles. Ordering at restaurants can be a nightmare. Many people with social anxiety rehearse their order repeatedly, only to stumble over their words when it's time to speak. Some rely on ordering apps to avoid talking to servers altogether. Group projects at school or work become torture. Even if you have great ideas, sharing them feels impossible. You might end up doing more than your fair share of work, just to avoid confrontation or negotiation with group members. Making phone calls is another common fear. The uncertainty of who will answer and what they might ask can be paralyzing. Many people with social anxiety will do almost anything to avoid making calls, including driving across town to handle something in person. Even walking down a busy street can be challenging. Where do you look? How should you hold your body? Are people judging how you walk? These thoughts crowd your mind during activities others do on autopilot. The constant stress of navigating these situations is exhausting. People with social anxiety often come home completely drained after social events that others find energizing. This mental and emotional fatigue can lead to physical exhaustion too. Building and maintaining relationships is especially difficult with social anxiety. The very thing humans need most, connection with others, becomes the source of immense fear and pain. Starting conversations feels nearly impossible. What if you say something boring? What if there's an awkward silence? The pressure to be interesting and engaging can be overwhelming. Even established friendships can be challenging. You might worry that you're being a burden or that your friends secretly don't want you around. Turning down invitations due to anxiety often leads to fewer invitations over time, creating a painful cycle of isolation. Dating with social anxiety adds another layer of complexity. The vulnerability required for romantic relationships clashes directly with the desire to protect yourself from judgment. Many people with social anxiety stay single, not because they want to be alone, but because the dating process is too terrifying. Family relationships suffer too. Relatives might not understand why you're so quiet at gatherings or why you avoid family events. They might label you as rude or disinterested when you're actually just struggling with anxiety. Despite all these challenges, social anxiety often comes with hidden strengths that aren't talked about enough. People with social anxiety tend to be incredibly empathetic. They're hyper-aware of others' feelings and can often sense discomfort that others miss. They make caring friends who really listen and notice when something's wrong. The overthinking that causes so much pain also leads to deep self-awareness. People with social anxiety often understand themselves very well, even if they struggle to share that self with others. Many people with social anxiety are excellent observers. They notice details and patterns that others overlook. This can translate into creativity, problem-solving skills, and insight. The constant preparation for social situations often makes people with social anxiety extremely reliable. They rarely show up unprepared because they've spent so much time thinking about what might happen. These strengths don't erase the pain of social anxiety, but they show that the same brain that creates such difficult challenges also offers unique gifts. Living with social anxiety means fighting a battle that most people never see or understand. It means gathering courage for situations others find effortless. It means exhausting yourself with overthinking and physical stress responses. But it also means developing deep empathy, self-awareness, and resilience. If you have social anxiety, know that you're not alone in this struggle. Millions of people wake up every day facing the same fears you do. And while it may feel like you'll always be trapped in this cycle of fear and avoidance, there are ways to break free. Small steps, professional help, and self-compassion can gradually expand your comfort zone. And if you don't have social anxiety, but know someone who might, the most powerful thing you can offer them is patience and understanding. Don't take it personally when they decline invitations or seem quiet in group settings. Their silence doesn't mean disinterest. It often means they're fighting through intense fear just to be present. Social anxiety might always be part of some people's lives, but it doesn't have to control those lives. With the right support and strategies, the voice of anxiety can become quieter, making room for connection, joy, and freedom. The journey isn't easy, but it's absolutely worth taking.